All praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostle elders in New York, GMS, and salutation to you out around the world teaching the truth. My name is Maya Gala, but I'm gathered with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. So it's been a while since I've been on this channel. More as Israelites, I have other channels, and I have grown scripturally to it. So our channel is separate from the rest on YouTube. All right, well, my newest channels on there, but now mostly I'm on, I'm on TikTok. Okay, so, all right, so this is my site right here, Alliance of the 12. So that's where I'm at now. If you all looking for anyone what happened to Morris Israelites or Wisdom of Solomon 5-2, separate from the rest. All right, so I'm on here. Okay, that's made in my videos. That TikTok is nothing but YouTube on turbo mode, man. You talking about scoffers, man. All right, but so I've been getting my videos still cutting people. So here go this guy. Well, it was my video. It was a comment I left on this other video. King Gunai Elmos is like that second Esdras 13 nonsense is a one West Camp doctrine. That's not history and correct. The word ships isn't in there. Y'all literally added on. The camps had created a damn coalition that is not of our nation. All 12 tribes are black. Well, first of all, we're not black. All right, our skin is not black like ink that come out of a pen. All right, our skin can very hues and brown. Like Wesley Snipes is a dark chocolate brown. All right, somebody who's what they say red bone. All right, light skin. All right, second Esdras 13 is come from the Most High Himself, Yahweh. All right. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. The name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. That's what that come from, man. We just happen to one West had to be chosen vessel to bring that truth out, man. And it is historic correct. If you think, and I'm not gonna go over this many times, when you when you years of truth, man, you grow, you learn not to dwell. Basically you learn not to basically repeat yourself again, All right. If you think that a year and a half trip is over, if you think you get from Iran to Africa a year and a half, something's wrong with you. Seriously, something wrong with you. He said chips in it. You don't gotta say chips in there. All right. I could say, for example, I could say that when Akio went to the grocery store, he went to Walmart, get the groceries. Most likely, 9 out of 10, he drove his car to go get the groceries. Okay. You just gotta use common sense, which many of you people, you don't have common sense. All right. So, the Israelites, the Northern Kingdom, they didn't, I'm from the Northern Kingdom, I got it myself, all right? But, all right, the Northern Kingdom, they didn't walk on water, they didn't swim over here. All right, so what else to do? You go on the ship. As a matter of fact, that happened. Flooding in the area happens during springtime. Okay, so they had to use a ship to come over there to go over that spring water. That water's deep, man. You have many cats try to say, "Oh, the river's not wide." It is wide, man. During the springtime when it floods. All right, so there's many ships that came through that Euphrates, man. To modern time, you get ships going down the Euphrates. I think it's a dam built around the sun, but it's not. It don't float like it used to. But anyway. Right, it said the camps had created a down coalition, not a nation of people. All right, so he got a problem with the so-called Native Americans and so-called Latinos being Israelites. All right, so let's go to his channel. King Gunai Bantu, 15 subscribers. Make it make sense. Well, it don't make sense to this guy because he's he's blinded by the Most High. All right, let me get that. Here it is. We entering the Third World War. There's a 99% chance in 10 more weeks that there's going to be no food supply. This guy coming up with this foolishness. All right. All right, we on the brink of this kingdom getting brought in, man. This guy coming out, this madness, man. All right, Isaiah 6 and 10. I'm sorry, 6 and 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart and the mind of this people fat, their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, understand with the heart convert to be healed. Yeah, this guy, he's not gonna be spiritually healed, man. This guy gonna stay sick. Like I said in Isaiah chapter 5, one the whole head is sick. On the nation, this guy one of the pages, man. He's not gonna get better. You in the hospital, in the hospital, you get a wound and stuff. They can't heal, man, because the Most High control anything. When it's this guy, he's not gonna get spiritually healed, man. All right, because his mind is shut off from his truth. Most High don't want him to get it. Y'all do not want him. All right, so. All right, so this guy, let me see, walking on his own. Get that lust. All right, so these people walking on their own lust, man. And they don't want to listen to us, with the prophets. All right. And that's the main thing that's coming from us. All right, down like. What is scripture? Let's go put this. I ain't walking. I had it in there. Gonna have to look. Okay. That's a lot. Just bear with me. All right, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3, knowing this first, that there shall come the last day, scoffers walking out their own lust. All right, so this guy's a scoffer. He's walking out his own lust. He's leaning to his own understanding. Like it said, Proverbs 3 and 5, you don't lean to your own understanding. All right, he got make it make, well, it's not going to make sense to him. Like I said again, Most High blinded him. I can't stand scoffers. When they play that reggae music. I like reggae music, but I can't stand when a scoffer plays it, man, because they don't know the true meaning of reggae. All right, the reasons behind it, man. They use it scoffing. They scoffing on videos, man.
This is off request, truly. Shout out to my son. He's becoming a young man very fast, and I'm definitely proud of my little man. I am. Flying as an Israelite. Just discernment, common sense, because I can discern with the best of them, just to throw that out there. So, because a lot of the things that affect so-called black men, women, and children is in our faces. We are the living proof that the Bible is factual. We are the proof daily, right? So, besides going over some scriptures, history, current events, I can go in the sports lane as well. So let's just see how, I put up about 2-3 videos. I never did this. I don't do this, So we just see how this work out, because after I'm done with this, I gotta get ready to go to work. So, I want to go to the book of Deuteronomy, right? And I would like to share something with you. And when I say with you, please understand this. I'm speaking to so-called black men, women, and children. I'm not speaking to nobody else. I have nothing against you. I don't. And what's crazy is black men, when we say that, we always got to say, but I don't got none. We always got to do that, right? Like, this shit not about you, man. All right? It's about my own. And no, I don't subscribe to anything Israelite camp. So, no.
Saying that anti-camp spirit, when you go on the scripture, the whole nation of Israel is a camp itself. Right? Ain't no such thing. When you say you camp there, you anti-Yahweh. All right? The whole nation of Israel is a camp itself. Right? What do you learn about how to be an Israelite? You learn from us. You've seen us on the internet. You can see it right here. All these scriptures camp. Israel is a camp. The whole nation Israel is a camp itself. This guy, man.
And you're going to see why after I read these 3 verses. Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to start at 62. Yeah. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 62. And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye, Salakia, and ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy God. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and you shall be plucked from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. These 3 curses right here, right? Man, oh man. I'm going to go back to the top, 28 and 62. And ye shall be left few in number, right? Whereas you were as the stars of heaven for multitude. Because if we all was in our homeland, we would have a decent population. We'd be deep. We were as the stars of heaven. But the curses befell the children of Israel. Right? And when the curses befall you, the curses don't miss their mark. They don't. And I'm going to prove something right now that 28 and 62 of the book of Deuteronomy holds way too much weight. And whoever can't see this, I feel bad for you. I do. If you can't see what I'm about to read to you, I feel bad for you. And this is concerning 2 continents. Only 2. I ain't even go across the globe yet. I'm just doing this right now because this off top. Psalms 83. It's clear, the hidden ones. You take a wild guessing to figure out who they are. It's not. You don't need rocket scientists or a deep breakdown to see that. It's clear as day. All right. Left few in number. The U.S. population is 330 million, so-called black men, women, and children. We make up 12% of this population. Canada, 38 million, So-called black men, women, and children, 3%. Mexico, 131 million. Us, 1.2%. Brazil, 200 million.
All right, so what he's saying is basically that the so-called Latino Native American are Israelites because they're not few in number. But he don't understand because he's new to this. All right, you need to get more. Well, anyway, it's up to the Most High to put that spirit on you to get more to wake you up. But no, I don't. I don't see it myself. If that's Most High will to wake you up, that's His will. But I don't see it. All right. What he understands is that the children of Israel should be like the sand of the sea. And then you see it up in the curse, it said, well, they should be scattered all over the earth in Deuteronomy 20:64. All right, Israel was also scattered the earth through war. They trying to escape war, through persecution. They try to seek prosperity in other lands and stuff. And also through slavery, they had children with different women of the nations, and you are to see your father, according to Numbers chapter 1, verse 1, and Numbers chapter 1, verse 18, and other scriptures. All right, so you go right here. It said Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. It said, yet the number of children of Israel should be as the sand of the sea. There's more Israelites than heathens. You have to remember slavery. You have to remember slavery well, you don't know. During slavery, some of the Judite men and also the other men for the tribes, Gad and stuff, they had affairs with the mistress. That child grow up. It's something that child comes out looking like they mother, and it's the seed of the father. All right, that child had a family, and unknowingly, the child generation passed up. All right, then you had another thing. You had Jace, who was passing as Edomites. That was light skinned and living as Edomites. They had children. They children. All right, and then some of the overseers who was Irish, who was Scottish, their bloodline went back to the original Irish Scottish. Those are like they had children with the Judite women from West Africa, man. All right. And then also the so-called Native American Latinos are Israelites. All right. And what is that book at? All right. And the thing that talks about slavery of them is one of them is Africans and Native Americans. Is a good book where it talks about the enslavement of the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Negroes at the same time with Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. All right, but I'm going to go back to the scripture right here. It says Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured or numbered. It shall come to pass in that place where it said, unto ye are not my people, and there shall be sent unto ye are the sons of the living power. Thus us out in the streets saying, you are the son of the power. And the people that's saying is him. All right, because he don't believe so-called Latino Native American Israelites, and also Brother Scoffalo, Vocab Malone, Garfield, Sonetta, all of them, man. All right, all the, Reggie, he's a terrorist cell. All right, in this place of America, it said, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day to Jezreel. Right, man. All right, so from West Africa and Portugal and Spain, there was only those majority of them, those were Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. What was the other 9 tribes? Majority of them, man. Right, they was over in Americas. They came after the Syrian captivity in 7022 BC. You read that 2 Esdras 13. It took what, a year and a half to get over here. And you found all types of evidence. You found all types of Hebrew scrolls. It's one evidence they found in the Smithsonian Museum. They found a Torah made out of buffalo skin. It had Lashwan Kodash in it, man. All right. Then they also so-called Native American Latino matched the curses. All right. So we're not gonna be left in few in number. That's like for a short while, but we're gonna multiply as with the sand of the sea. There's more Israelites in the world than more people, man, than other nations. All right. So let's continue. So I'm gonna skip down and go to this right here.
I'm Afro Mexicans. Only 1.2% of them. 1.2.
And also the
Out
Mexicans
of
and then Puerto Ricans, and although they're in the ghettos with us, they're here in Chicago, the Mexicans in the ghetto in Pilsen, in a little village, going through the same thing, getting shot and killed by the cops. Um, they hung a so-called Puerto Rican woman in jail. All right. So they go through the same curses that we go through, man. They gangbang on each other again. Like I said, again, get killed by the police, racism, get called out their names and everything. All right. And you go to Deuteronomy 28, 45, and 46. All right, it's right there saying they should be upon thee for a sign and for one upon thy seed forever. Okay. Also, they had yokes of let's see, they had yokes of iron around their necks. Let's see, Amazon, Indian. And he won't go over the looks. So it was people look different, man. Those looks come from us. I got a cousin who got those slanted eyes. Everything. They don't got to drop a Gadite, Native American or Asian blood in them. You know. I hope I have enough time. You have to go to yokes of iron around their necks. Deuteronomy 28, 48. I can't get around it, man. Let's go right here.
131 million people. Come on, man. Don't piss on my head and tell me it's rain. Go through dealing with the police, right? They go through and turn them into a god of confusion, man. Yeah, you got to deal with these Christians and say, well, yeah, it says that, but it don't mean this. It says this, but it don't mean that. Yeah, it's all like a big clout chasing event going on. And yes, I'm talking about Israelites. All 12 tribes are so-called black. I don't understand what's the problem with that. Now, please, I don't fuck around, sit up here and say it's not, because I pull out your leaders saying otherwise.
All right, black is nobody's black, man. The skin is dark brown. They're very shades of brown. You see in the families and all basically one tribe, Judah family. All right, you'll tribe of Judah. You'll see various hair types, various feature types. Like I said, my family. All right, the Judite people on the side of my family, Gadite, the Judite people, my family, they had slanted eyes, very slanted eyes. My cousin. I'll show that on my TikTok account. All right, like it says in it says our heritage as a speckled bird. All right, and let's see, Jeremiah 12 and 9. All right, so it's twofold. It's talking about Israel. They dirty because they transgressed the Most High. It's talking about the various phenotypes among our people, man. Kobe Bryant had slanted eyes. Some people got straight hair like Ron O'Neal. Had natural straight hair. The guy that plays Superfly. All right. So when he think about Native Americans, as most Jays, they don't get out. They think all Native Americans have slanted eyes and everything. All right. Don't some are had negroid lips. All right, round eyes, and just light skinned. Jake don't get out. The ones with the slant eyes, they make like a tiny population of them, all right? Because I see a lot of Native brothers here in Chicago. They walk up down the street, man. All right. So this is from the book African Native Americans by Jack D. Forbes. It says right here, read this. In any case, I discovered Native American descents had been legally defined as mulattoes in Virginia in 1705 without having any African ancestry, meaning having any Southern Kingdom ancestry. All right, it says, thus I knew the dictionaries were wrong, that there were a lot that was hidden from view by the way most authors had written about the Southern United States, about slavery, about colored people. I later discovered also the same thing was true as regard to Caribbean, Brazil, and much of the rest of the Americas. All right. Okay. So, when you go to Hosea 7 and 8, you're talking about the Northern Kingdom, all right? Because you think of Latin America, you think all got straight hair. No, they got from charcoal to very light skin with straight hair. It said Hosea chapter 7 verse 8, Ephraim had mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake, not a turn. So you take a cake and bake it like a pound cake. The bottom be dark and the top be light. So the same thing with the Ephraim, the Northern Kingdom, man. You got very dark charcoal. Black was a very dark brown color. Wesley Snipes to very light to Jennifer Lopez, man. All right. You got the same thing going on, but this probably it apply to Ephraim, the Northern Kingdom, man, because that's what it's meant for, and that's why all the miscegenation happened in Latin America and here in North America. Why? Because it prophesied they would go through that, but you can't look at their looks, man. All right, you gotta go what? You gotta trace. Do the seed they father go back to the indigenous people of America, which a good number of them was Negroid looking, and that's what you don't realize. Why? How you gonna be labeled as mulatto you don't have a drop of Southern Kingdom blood? Because some of the Native American were Negroid looking, but he don't know that. When he think about Native American, he think about them having very light skin and slant eyes, but nothing wrong with that, because our gene pool is diverse. Like I said, Jeremiah 12:9, he don't get out that much. And also, they went, so-called Native American Latinos went to the same thing. Matter of fact, Mexicans was second place behind Judah being lynched. Okay. There's a book called The Forgotten Dead. I hope I could get this quick for this end. Here you go, right here. The tribe of Issachar being lynched, second place behind Judah, so-called Negroes. All right, so they are the Israelites. So with that, I'm gonna end at this guy. He'll know what he's talking about. All right, but with that, shalom.